So you crawled out again, still pretending you're something more than just a blood-soaked animal that got lucky in the dirt. You smell the same, rotten, maybe older. You came all this way to die in the same place you took everything from me. That's the only thing you'll take today.
You speak like a man who thinks time owes him something. You think standing here for years with a rusted weapon makes you sacred. But you were never a threat, Jack. Just noise. You built this whole trap hoping I'd make you relevant. You didn't become strong. You just became patient.
I didn't become patient. I became deliberate. There's a difference. I spent every morning building this ground to reject you. Every part of it. Metal, salt, sweat. You don't get to call this obsession. You made this personal when you let me live long enough to remember every sound my boy made as you tore him away.
Memory's a burden you wear like armor, but it only slows you down. Your boy was beautiful in the way lightning is beautiful. Brief, bright, and gone before you could beg the sky to spare it. You still beg. Quietly. Every time your trap rusts, I can taste it on your breath.
You don't get to speak about beauty, not when all you've ever done is destroy it. You circle like some ancient storm, and you think that gives you wisdom, but you don't evolve. You recycle death. You steal what you can't build. And then you fly away like a coward with full hands.
Bullets don't come back. And I always come back. Because what I take is mine by right. You think I choose victims to hurt you? No. I choose based on design, instinct, scent, need. Your boy just happened to be exactly what I lacked. You weren't even part of the decision, Jack.
And that's the only thing we agree on. I was never part of your damn decision. I was just the consequence. And I'm still here because I never moved on. I never healed. I stayed right here, feeding the ground what little I had left, just so one day you'd land again and I'd be ready.
You think staying still made you powerful? You grew old in a barn full of bones and regret. You didn't become a predator. You just learned how to rot without breaking. That's what I see when I look at you. Not rage, not revenge. Just a man who needed purpose and found me.
I didn't find you. You showed me what this world really is. You came from the dirt, dragging wings and hunger. And now you want to pretend you're part of some grand cycle. But you're not nature. You're interruption. You're the sickness that makes people look over their shoulder at things they used to trust.
And yet the only reason you still breathe is because that sickness gave you direction. You speak of trust as if it ever protected anyone. Your town forgot your son in weeks. But I didn't. I kept him. I used him. And I remembered the weight of him when I flew.
You kept him like a trophy. Like a part of you needed to cling to what you destroyed to feel whole. But you're never whole. That's why you keep coming back. It's not hunger, it's addiction. You want us to mean something so your rituals don't feel empty. They are. You are.
I return because need doesn't vanish. It returns, grows, sharpens. You want to call it addiction so you can pretend I'm weaker than I am. But I outlast you. I shed, I adapt. You've grown slower, stiffer. And the only thing getting stronger is the hate you wear like armor no one asked for.
No one needed to ask. I gave myself the job because no one else would. They all left, moved on, pretended what happened wasn't real. But I stayed in the dirt and turned every day into a weapon. I didn't need to adapt. I just needed to wait. Pain doesn't dull. It aims.
Miro, I can see that. You polished your grief into bullets and traps, but it never made you more dangerous, just more predictable. You think the longer you sit with pain, the deeper it carves you into something worthy. But you still flinch when I speak his name. That's not strength. That's still bleeding.
Damn right I bleed. That's how I know I'm still real, still dangerous, because you cut something out of me and I never let the wound close. You talk like pain is some outdated thing, but you've never had to live with it. You take, leave, sleep, and wake up clean. That's not power. That's cowardice.
Cowardice is hiding behind your son's ghost and calling it discipline. You couldn't save him. You couldn't follow me. All you could do was build this place like a shrine to your failure and hope I'd land again. Well, here I am. But your grief won't carry that spear for you.
Don't need it to. My grief built the damn spear. My rage kept it sharp, and if I miss, I'll keep firing until there's nothing left of either of us. You think I waited for peace? I waited for the chance to die, making you regret ever coming out of the sky.
Regret? I don't regret anything I've ever taken, but I do remember the ones who make it interesting. You want to be remembered, Jack. Congratulations. I'll taste you when this ends, and I'll remember your voice most of all. Shaking, not with fear, but with hope that you mattered.
I don't give a damn if you remember me, just as long as the next time you open your wings, you feel something catch, something break, something that doesn't heal the way it used to. That's all I want. To poison the idea that you can keep taking without something finally sticking.
Then watch closely, because when I fly away from this place again, it won't be your blood on me. It'll be your legacy. The last scream you'll ever have the breath to shape. And I'll carry it, not because it wounded me, but because it fed me.
You're not flying away from this. You came back to finish a meal and you found a man who hasn't forgotten the taste of loss. I don't flinch anymore. I don't blink. All I do is aim, and today I aim for the part of you that thinks it's still untouchable.
Then aim well, because if you miss, I won't circle next time. I'll land. I'll take what's left of your fire, your fury, your noise, and I'll end it slow. The way you feared I would the first time. And this time, I'll make sure you're still awake when it happens.